All right, guys, we are here, Kenos, with Jeff for game two of the best of three Northern Storm versus White Wolf. So, Jeff, what is White Wolf going to do to win this game?
I think that they have to prioritize Ravain's champion pool a little bit more. I'm not saying the Israel play was bad, but it obviously wasn't as impactful as we're used to seeing that bot lane be for White Wolf. And I'd also like to see Mixlink paying a little bit more attention to Greatbeard of Odin. Either that or Greatbeard of Odin playing a little bit more carefully, because the entire snowball off of Jester carrying that game really got started in the top lane. Then he took the advantage mid lane, and by then it just seemed kind of one-way traffic. Really good job by Northern Storm never relinquishing that initial advantage they accrued.
Yeah, and a lot of great positioning from Northern Storm as well. I think that the real turning point of that game was that mid lane fight where
Mhm.
suddenly the entire team was mid lane, turning an ambush that White Wolf was trying to set up on its head. Um, and I think it just kind of snowballed from there. I'd be interested to see what sort of champion adjustments White Wolf makes. I would be surprised if Northern Storm makes anything overly aggressive in terms of changes. Obviously, any sort of ban sacrifices to get something like maybe that Volibear off the table will mean that something else terrible is able to be picked up instead. But we'll see what happens.
Yeah, and I to go back to something you said a minute ago, I absolutely agree. The pivotal moment in that game, or maybe not pivotal because it was already slanting Northern Storm's way, but really the dagger in the heart I felt was Token and Peach showing up so unexpectedly to that mid lane brawl. It really made everything one-sided the rest of the way from that point.
It's a shame that Wishbone doesn't play Seraphine, because they could pick up the Seraphine and ban out the Volibear instead. Yeah, unless they're not too worried about the Volibear, in which case Misfortune's going to be the third ban here. They actually banned the Ornn. Alright.
I understand that. The
Oh,
Volibear
agreed.
obviously was devastating that last game, but the Ornn was very important as well, and maybe they feel that Volibear is easier to counter than Ornn.
Yeah, I mean, Ornn is just all around amazing, as we
Yeah.
as we know. And those multi-team ultimates that Ornn's able to pull off, even though I feel like Bidet was being a little frivolous with them. First pick Lux again, interesting. Ornn just doesn't
You
seem like a
wonder.
fun champ to play against.
Yeah, absolutely. It's basically the definition of an immovable object up there in the top lane. Darius is kind of similar in terms of how frustrating he can be to play against. Obviously, not quite as durable and doesn't have the AoE crowd control ultimate. But oh well, speaking of AoE crowd control ultimates, we get a Mumu coming out.
Yeah, we have the Amumu pickup, which is nice. Darius also needs to go back, so he doesn't have that endless tempo in lane.
That's true. That's a very good point. And taking the Amumu away here, I like the early Tristana pick. Token looking really good on that pick last game. But taking the Amumu here, that is something that Mixlink has played and looked pretty comfortable on in this split. So it's sort of a double advantage for Northern Storm to get that on their side.
The
There's the Kaisa. I would agree with that pick. Yeah, I think that's been such a powerful pick for Ravane and really for the entire league this split. That if you have a chance to grab it now, I think that's a good idea.
This Tristana pickup is interesting because that means, assuming that it's going back to Token, that means that Ace can actually wait on picking his mid lane. He doesn't need to grab the Anivia just to take Amumu off the table. We do have the Sejuani lock-in. That's good. I think that there needed to be even more single target lockdown on White Wolf in that last game. So.
Yeah, and Sejuani just gets so naturally tanky. Skarner isn't necessarily squishy, but Sejuani is leagues ahead in terms of tankiness, so we'll provide a more sturdy front line for them. Syndra again for Slackosaurus.
And no support pickup yet, so we'll see where the bans come. I imagine they'll take Zyra off the table. Um, wonder what the last knockoff will be. More than likely, they're looking at a top lane denial, perhaps. Someone else that Great Beard doesn't like playing against.
You know, I don't think it's going to happen, but if this was the moment that White Wolf finally pivoted to the Akali in a clutch situation, I would give him a lot of credit for the confidence.
I would
Swain
have.
taken away. I like that because this Lux is still flexed technically. Could go
Mhm.
support or mid, and Swain, I believe, is one of Wishbone's other most comfortable champions. So you're kind of limiting the options of that flex pick with that ban.
A little bit of possibly psychological warfare happening here with Northern Storm hovering Darius for as long as they did. Um, I can see top lane being the last pick, but maybe not if they lock in Malphite here. Okay, because I was going to say, if they hold top lane for last, that forces Greatbeard of Odin to decide if he's picking the Akali or not.
Yeah, I'm a little surprised they picked top lane there when you could have saved it for last pick.
So,
Oh, Ace on Nico again, probably.
yep, looks like it. A little surprised we haven't been seeing things like Vigar, but maybe Vigar's not in a great spot right now.
Yeah, playing in a mobile mage into Malphite Syndra Mumu is also pretty terrifying.
Oh, sure.
Oh, the Poppy coming out. Okay.
We have seen some interesting stuff out of Wishbone, or not Wishbone, out of Greatbeard of Odin with that Poppy. But of course, Malphite's team fight potential. The big difference between him and Ornn is just that Ornn's got longer range and can knock up the whole team, whereas Malphite's just got the one little rush in. And Peach
Yeah, I mean
well.
Malphite's ultimate is one of the most impactful in the game, but beyond that, his kit is relatively, I guess I'll just say boring. Whereas Ornn has a lot more that can be done besides the ultimate. Rel for Princess Peach is exciting because there's a legit wombo combo that could come out of Northern Storm.
Yeah, wombo combos and a lot of durability as well. Northern Storm's looking very hard to kill. With
I like
just
the Poppy pick though.
yeah, yeah, I think Poppy has potential. Um, lot of ability to like shut down Malphite and Amumu there, which is kind of exciting. I think
And if Poppy, sorry, go ahead, go ahead.
I was gonna say I think Amumu's pull counts as a dash, right?
I believe so. But
Um,
I was thinking that same thing with if Poppy ever gets into Tristana, it's tricky because you can't just jump away, which is the first instinct for anybody playing Tristana.
and at dragon fights where I think that White Wolf was suffering a little bit, using that Poppy ult to knock a key player away can also be useful for them. There's a lot of that single target shutdown on this team. You got the Poppy knockups, the Juani ultimate, a lot of snares. Kaisa, of course, being a powerhouse.
Yeah, I'm interested to see how Ace plays these team fights because we've seen Nikos that, sometimes they skirt around the outside of a fight, sometimes they flash in looking for the huge ultimates. And obviously the second option is a much higher risk, higher reward play. And if you don't get off a good ult, if they're able to dash away, flash away, you're just putting yourself in a really bad situation. You get deleted without doing anything in the fight. And then I don't know if White Wolf has enough damage left over if that were to happen to burn down these tanks on the side of Northern Storm. So we'll see how aggressively Ace wants to approach these fights. I think that'll be really, really important.
Yeah, Ace picking up the Nico has been a little bit more of a recent thing. We've seen him do relatively well with it in these longer White Wolf games. It's just a question of if Northern Storm is going to tempo out here again and be able to just carry on and snowball the game like they did in game one. We do have obviously Jester on this Amumu. Amumu can be very scary with his ability to bandage toss into situations. Um, so, I mean, it's just a question of if they're able to have an answer to that. Particularly with Malphite, we've seen Malphite it doesn't matter how far behind, Malphite can turn team fights on their heads. So I think the team fight potential for Northern Storm is very scary.
Absolutely, absolutely. It's I mean, one of these ults lands, and you're gonna get hit by 3 or 4 more area of effect stuns. So It's going to be up to White Wolf to dance around these fights. They didn't do so well in game one about it, so I do think that the early game potential from Northern Storm is a little bit lacking compared to their game one composition. A Moo Malphite will not be as scary pre-level 6 than Baba Bear Ornn could be.
Mm-hmm.
But once that level 6 comes around, the alts will be devastating if you don't respect them.
Oh yeah, yeah. There's some devastating alt plays. There's some devastating initiation. I don't feel great for White Wolf here, but obviously they have sort of a game plan in mind here. They do have the Kaisa, which you can't sleep on how good the Kaisa is. But we'll see what happens. Northern Storm one game away from getting into the finals, and we head into the skins. And I said we head into the skins. Come on, you can do it, right?
Oh, still no Nico skin.
Well.
Well, yeah.
I'm not too inspired by any of those skins. Fortunately, the load time was so quick I don't need to think about it. Chat, you pick who won those skins.
I guess I lean Northern Storm just by default, but I didn't really love their skins either. Maybe we're too harsh. I don't know.
Nonsense. There's no such thing as too harsh.
Everybody buy more skins.
I mean, I guess the fact that there is no skin on the Rel, or not the Rel, the Nico,
Yeah.
means that Northern Storm wins by default.
Yeah.
It's nice.
Someone do a level 1 thing.
It's nice the Poppy isn't using the same skin. Also, got that flex multiple skins.
I like the coordination of the bot lane for White Wolf, Elementalist Lux, and Prestige Kaisa. Pretty fancy looking.
The Syndra skin is stunning. She looks like Camilla from Fire Emblem. Not that that's a bad thing, but that's what she looks like. But yeah, I mean, the Sejuani skin's pretty cool.
We had Mecha Malphite and Sad Robot Amumu, right? So that's kind of cool little synergy.
Mm-hmm. Sad little clockwork robot.
And Rel kind of just naturally does like electronic things with her ultimate.
Magnets.
Do magnets count as electronic things, or are they just like too simple?
Electromagnetic.
I guess, yeah.
We have Ace continuing the subterfuge.
I was about to say, wait, what is going on in the mid lane? But
Kind of funny that you can go for that long. Slack gets sick of it.
says enough of that. Both junglers started bot side again.
Show me your true form, says Slackosaurus.
Ace misses a couple of CS in a row there.
Probably nerves. It's a very, very shakeable game one there.
Yeah, absolutely. We'll see how much White Wolf is able to get their nerve back together. Yeah, Odin misses one up in the top lane as well.
Interesting how well Princess Peach is doing with the aggression here. Just being all up in the minion wave. Daring White Wolf to come forward and challenge him. Nice route there, though.
Yeah, that's a good point out, because we've seen Princess Peach on a lot of mage and enchanter support so far this split, and so to see him performing really, really well on Rel, such an in-your-face champion, that would be fun.
Oh, they go for the bait. I think it's one of the first times I've seen the Nico illusion work.
Actually work. Oh, token actually taken extremely low down in the bot lane. I'm not sure what actually happened there. Probably caught by a snare. Stunned in the mid lane by Slack, but no mana available, and Ace will just run at him. Snare does land, actually, and Slack could be in a little bit of trouble. That's a lot of damage. One more auto won't be enough. Oh, it does! Ace with a solo kill in the mid lane after getting ganked. That's really, really good stuff.
Big mana difference there, and very well done by Ace. So that's already some tempo that White Wolf was missing in game 1.
And that, that goes back to that clone play that you were talking about, because they burned everything trying to get that. Couldn't, and that's why Slack was low on mana. Teleports back, looking for Mixlink. It's a little bit of damage down. Ace will teleport to answer.
60 seconds on Dragon. Big bot lane push to sort of help out with that crab. But bot lane now is going back.
Jumping from Token, looking for the interrupt on Wishbone. So, a little bit of inconvenience there for the White Wolf support.
Yeah, it's one of those things where it's the minor inconveniences, and actually Wishbone doesn't go back, so that could actually hurt them quite a bit.
Yeah, interrupting a recall can end up, a couple minutes later being a pretty sizable play.
Yeah, we'll see what happens.
Midway.
We do have the Dragon up in 8 seconds. It looks as though there's a rotation to go get it. Big rotation, 4 members, and the teleport is also available for Bidet. Bidet is not close to 6 though, so there won't be a Malphite ult here.
Yeah, both top laners do have their teleports right now. Mixlink gets stunned up by Slackosaurus. Slackosaurus is not level 6 though, so does not have that delete button. And Jester is just in the pit sort of by himself. Wishbone throws out some poke. Drake's down to about 1500. They're just gonna delete Mixlink though. Everyone jumps in. They all get rooted up. Mixlink should die. Yes, Token does get him with the explosive charge. Here comes Greatbeard of Odin. It's a 5-on-4 now, and White will have to be very, very careful. This time they choose the right target, and Ace is way behind enemy lines. Another root, but just nothing else to be done. The Nico is gone. Another big play by Northern Storm.
Yeah, Ace played himself a little bit there. I think that the right move at that point was to run the safe way and throw the clone the wrong direction. Because it's one of those fool me once, fool me twice sorts of things. But unfortunately, it does get picked off, and so that's a big tempo swing here for Northern Storm.
Yeah, really, really good job by Token and Peach getting that wave shoved up to the bot lane so that they were first there. And the teleport actually came in first, I believe, from Bidet as well. So just really good priority. And Mixlink going into the pit a little bit early, I think, allowed everyone to just collapse in onto him.
Yeah, definitely went into the pit a little too aggressively. No help was really anywhere near enough. But, I mean, I think really it would have benefited them all just to kind of let that Dragon go, considering the position they were in. But good defensive play by Slackosaurus, preventing Mixlink from rushing in as fast as maybe they wanted to. Both top laners at 6 now. Ace at 6 as well, does manage to grab a plate.
Could end up being a pretty big CS advantage for Greatbeard of Odin once this wave all gets cleaned up, because it's 14 already.
A Malphite with a CS deficit? What? Well, I never.
Mixlink is here. I don't think... Oh, Bidet able to back away.
And those Tristana explosives are just so good at taking care of turrets. Jumps
Nice
with the snare. That's so funny. But, I mean, once again, we're seeing a significant level differential. I'm not sure if Jester is just a better jungler or what's going on here, but somehow he is just so ahead of Mixlink.
Oh, the entire crew's coming mid for Ace again. Good job by him to understand what was happening. Shade towards that top side.
Oh, Mixlink is having a little bit of trouble here if they see him. They do not.
Oh, now they look for Ace, though. Flash in, they get the bandage tossed down, it misses, but the Curse of Ceremony still catches. Good job by Ace, flashing away with his own ultimate to just keep them from turret diving him. Flash burned on the mid laner in exchange for the jungler of Northern Storm.
Yeah, that Amumu flash in is also incredibly scary, so it's good to get that off the board. Turret plating still has about 5.5 minutes on it. Next dragon is up in 2 minutes. Looks like there might be another bot lane rotation coming here. Ward will see it though. And
yeah. Slack is just running in between about 2 or 3 wards. Token jumped in. He actually could die. One more. Oh, the minions actually finish him. The cannon minion MVP. They do take down Wishbone in response, though.
For 1 second, there was about to start shouting at Ravane, who was moving aggressively forward into Peach and Slack, but Wise is up.
And now Ace gets a lot of free time in the mid lane with those turrets, or excuse me, plates still up that you mentioned a moment ago. Gotten 2 already. Wave is still alive, and Slack is just now recalling. So I don't think he'll get a 3rd plate, but Slack losing a lot of minions for that play.
Yeah. Ace managing to be about 9-10 now ahead. He's actually about 600 gold as well.
And Ace with the Berserker's Greaves means that he's probably going to go for this on-hit Nico build, as opposed to the AP heavy burst one that we've seen out of other players.
Yep, Mixlink desperately needs to get to 6. He gets there now. So now even if the Sejuani is a level behind, at least can do the walking ultimate plays. And that may have to be enough.
CS lead has really ballooned up in the top lane. It's at 27 now. Bidet did get that 1 assist, though, so that'll help curb a little bit of the advantage, or from his perspective, disadvantage. And second Drake will be up shortly. Have to imagine Northern Storm will have the inside track on that.
Neither top laner has teleport. Sejuani teleported back, or went back, rather. So, is a little out of position here.
Yeah, I think White Wolf are just going to give this up, but Wishbone gets caught, maybe fishing a little bit too much for another one of those steals, and Northern Storm was ready for it. Pounces quickly.
Yeah, great play by them, lurking in the back there. Manages to pick one up, and they're not even going to bother. Looks like they're heading to Herald, just to get something out of this.
We'll see if they can get it in time, though, because Herald can take a little while.
Yeah, we'll see
they
what
do have
happens.
priority from Odin up in the top lane, though, and Bidet isn't really in a position to fight, so it would be ambitious of Northern Storm to contest this. Looks like they'll be satisfied to just go back to clearing their waves and their camps.
Yeah, with Ace's help, able to get it pretty cleanly here. Ravane a bit on the back foot here. This Tristana, 1100 gold advantage. Ooh, a little bit of an invade here. Not sure if the damage is there. A lot of ultimates being stacked off each other here.
Oh, the Sejuani ult completely whiffs from Mixlink. Ace drops, and another bandage toss from Jester. I believe Mixlink will probably die. Slack no mana, though, actually, so the Sejuani escapes.
It's crazy. I mean, Sejuani just... Mixlink, again, continues to be 2 levels behind. Whatever secret sauce Jester is drinking, man.
Yeah, Jester's done a great job. I talked about how I thought the Amumu might not be as impactful in the early game, and maybe it hasn't quite been, but oh, here comes Princess Peach with the Hex Slash. Nope, actually, we'll cancel it, I believe.
Looks like it.
Could have been a big play down there, but Token and Peach, they will be satisfied with just having a 3-kill advantage already. Wishbone and Ravane are waiting around in this lane. Not sure if they really want this fight. Rift Herald summoned up in the mid lane. This is a good summon, because this should finish off the rest of this turret. Yeah, they do. That's really nice. Mixlink dash, forced to respect that. Here comes Token and Peach, though, again on this roam. This bot lane, I love how willing they are to leave their own territory and try to accrue advantages elsewhere. Mixlink is going to walk right into 2 people that he would not have expected to be there. Don't quite have the damage, but they'll get some free raptors for it.
Yeah.
Well, Ace going up to the top lane.
Nice little
Snare
dash
doesn't
there. Yeah.
They may get one more plate on this top lane. We'll see how aggressive they want to be. Got to be a little careful of that unstoppable force, as they were under turret, and they don't quite get the second plate yet.
Yeah, with no Ace in mid lane, unfortunately. 3-man. Ooh, big laser, though.
Yeah, I like that laser from Wishbone, just trying to assist with this push in the mid lane as much as possible.
Looks as though she
Odin and
has.
Ace should get one more plate here. Ravane might... Nope, Ravane will get this for free. This last plate, that is, for free. And Token looking for another jump, looking for Wishbone again as she was clearing a ward. Man, I really appreciate Token so aggressive with these rocket jumps. You wonder if it'll get punished at some point, but so far, White Wolf has not made him pay.
Yeah, poor Wishbone getting taken out in such a decisive manner that I wasn't even able to get it on camera. And Peach, you know, just strutting that magnet horse up in that mid lane. Mixed lane
And they
gonna get
jump over
caught as well.
again on the mixed lane. Token will get him. Man, this Tristana has been a terror in this entire series. 5-1 now, 14 minutes in.
I think a big part of what is making Northern Storm so successful is that they're delaying their counter rotations, if that makes sense. You think that they've gone one direction, but they're still where you last saw them. You think that they're turning around and going home. We saw it hit Greatbeard of Odin in Game 1. We saw it hit Mixlink now. And it's just rough, and it's hard to wrap your head around where they actually are. There does seem to be a bit of a momentum loss again here. Sort of feeling like Game 1 of 12 versus Blitz, where the gold is very equal, but there's just sort of like no heart. Here comes the big combo play here.
Big time damage onto Token, but they just blow up Ravane. The Tristana is just too far ahead, and Ravane didn't even pop summoners there.
Yeah. We'll see what happens. Token obviously is still a little vulnerable to that Wishbone ultimate. Looks like there's a dive in the work here, especially since the snare has been used. Wishbone not really able to get much done. Does manage to get the splash from the explosive to land, though, so Token has to back out and respect that. So turret
that
lives
was a
for
pretty
now.
good turret defense. Actually, I thought she was dead for sure there. Probably will not be able to defend this next wave.
Yeah, we'll see what happens. You can tell that the momentum isn't there for White Wolf because in games...
Oh, teleport coming from Odin, though. Speaking of momentum, they are looking to get some back now. Looking for Slackosaurus. I like the call there. Oh, Greatbeard of Odin just barely doesn't land it. Oh, there's the ult, though. Nixlink sticks that one, and the Syndra should drop. Odin gets the last kill. Token is extremely low. He's got to be really careful here. They get the shutdown. That's huge. Ace picks up a ton of gold, and now Jester OG in trouble. Ravane's going to clean him up. No, Ace gets it. What a turnaround from White Wolf there. That could be exactly what they needed. The Drake is alive and for the taken as well.
Yeah, Dragon's up. They've got to go on that right now. Ravane is there to help out. Who went back? Greatbeard of Odin went back. Ace pushing in the mid lane. I mean, that was everything that they could have wanted. I was going to say, actually, as that you've seen teams with these players in the past do these sorts of big rotations to help out their lanes. And just as I was about to say that, the whole team rotates down to the bot lane and picks up 3 kills. And a dragon.
Yeah, I think it was just a little bit of an overstep.
And now here's Ace.
Yeah, Ace has the red buff, which basically guarantees the root. I don't think that he has the damage to really bother Bidet too much. Takes a lot of damage himself from the turret, but that will set up the lane nicely for Greatbeard of Odin to be able to continue to pressure this turret.
And now once again Wishbone in the same story as before, by a failing turret, not really able to secure it that much. Does have laser available though.
Holds on to it for one more wave once again. And actually, Wishbone holding on to that bot lane turret last time, as long as she did, may have set up that entire play that we just saw White Wolf pull off. So those are the little margins that can really matter in a game like this.
Yeah, Odin was thinking about tanking that turret down, but decides not to. Now there's a big rotation coming up top.
and if White Wolf is talking, they should be telling Odin, like, no, you gotta go. You gotta go.
And he's going. I think he'll get it. Bidet, if they wanted to keep him there, don't go that way, Odin. What are you doing? He does see Slack coming, so wisely
That's
backs
interesting.
off.
I think Northern Storm maybe could have caught him, but maybe decided it wasn't worth it. Let's just set up Guarantee Herald. Ace is in the bot lane. Does have teleport available, but I doubt that we'll see White Wolf contest this. Stun from Slackosaurus, or actually, not sure if it landed. Must have just barely missed.
This much more open map design from the Inferno Drake is helping Greatbeard Voden be a little more mobile. But, I mean, this is a big top lane play here. We got 4 members of the team here. It looks as though White Wolf is thinking about contesting, but there isn't going to be a tower left to bother with.
Yeah, and Rift Herald will probably get summoned up any moment here.
Oh,
Mixlink got to get out of there.
Good route by Wishbone.
Oh, here goes Peach though. Oh, gets stunned up. Not sure who is ambushing who here. And Rift Herald does get summoned up. Oh, great job by Jester. Gets in, but the follow-up isn't there. There's the follow-up. Bidet goes in. Tons of damage, but they are under a turret, and that means it's gonna go the opposite way. Ravane gets 2, Ravane gets 3, and that could be the moment that White Wolf needed. Well, I suppose the second moment in the last couple of minutes.
Yeah, that was crazy. Fortunately, Ace and Slack did not kill each other in the bot lane. As you noted, that turret, an incredibly helpful proposition there. I was a little surprised, honestly, that Jester decided to burn Flash there. I thought that his positioning with the bandage toss was good enough. Decided to take that one extra step, and Ace does get shut down. Sorry for mostly missing that. My cat was attacking my computer. Alright, we're gonna go.
Yeah, I believe Jester got in and Ravane was just barely able to get away from the Curse of the Sad Mummy. It looked like it was going to be a 4-person Amumu ult, but it only got 3, and the most important character did not get caught by it. And I think that was critical for White Wolf being able to turn around that play.
So let's look at where we're at on gold here. 800 gold lead in the mid lane. Still a 1300 gold lead in the bot lane for Northern Storm. Top lane 1000 for this Poppy. And of course 500 in the junglers. And Mixlink's sort of catching up on levels actually. Jester's only a level ahead now. But he is farming while Mixlink is going back, so...
Oh, play coming in for Ace down here. Ace once again on his lonesome here in the bot lane. We'll see if he can pull off any sort of fancy clone plays. Yeah. So far behind enemy lines though. Token jumps in again, and they do get the right target, and he's just deleted.
Yeah, this is why you need vision in these areas here, because now Ace is on a... Ace will be up just as Dragon is spawning.
And has teleport available.
And has teleport available. So there is not necessarily a huge tempo loss here. But if you're going to be farming, even if you're technically still on your side of the river, you got to be careful because this Northern Storm team loves their rotations.
Yeah, it was really good. You could see Token and Peach eyeballing that play from about 20 seconds earlier. The pings came out, and Ace just did not understand what was coming at him.
Greatbeard Voden kind of wants to pick on Bidet a little bit, but no one else to follow up. Poppy just doesn't have that damage, you know?
Yeah. Well, it's not really what Poppy's for.
Sure.
For all that disruption. Ace teleporting into the bot lane, so he will be split off from the rest of his team as Mixlink gets stunned up. Greatbeard Voden looking for the ult, misses everybody though, and Mixlink actually with the ult, but this looks very disjointed from White Wolf right now. They've got 2 characters on one side, 3 on the other. Yeah. I don't necessarily mind it because it means not all 5 of you can get hit by one thing, but Wishbone's ult isn't going to catch onto Steel that time. Ace will just have to kite away, gets slowed, and the Nico will drop again to the delete button. True to its pseudo-name, Mixlink could be in trouble as well, able to dash away from Token. And Greatbeard Voden is just going to push the mid lane and try to get something marginal back. Jester actually maybe walking too far forward. Curse of the Sad Mummy is still available though if they go too far, and they do when Ravane is gone. Token picks up a huge kill. Mixlink drops as well.
Yeah, that was questionable by White Wolf there, in every respect. Like, every part of that, I think, was wrong. Not only did they have a very strange double...
Oh! Wishbone gone as well. Bidet used the ult on just one, but it's probably worth it.
Fork attack, and Mixlink goes in kind of alone. I don't know what Mixlink's thought process is with these Sejuani plays, but on both of these dragons, or 2 of the 3 dragons that they've missed, Mixlink was just kind of there. with no real support from their team.
Yeah, it was an iffy setup. I understand if they intentionally tried to have, you know, 2 on one side, 3 on the other because of the potential wombo combo from Peach and Jester and Bidet, but it still seemed disjointed because you had one ult going in at one point and next, you know, coming after that, and I don't think the Nico ult ever really came out until Ace was about to die.
Yeah, Nico's ult was actually used in that previous kill when Ace was caught in the bot lane.
Down in the bot lane.
And with that 90-second cooldown, was not able to come back online quickly enough to be... And that was the other reason why I thought that sort of split engage was kind of weird, because if you've got the Nico ult ready and willing, you could like use the Nico ult to kind of shepherd the opposing team toward your allies, because, you know, they don't want to get caught in it, obviously, but when it's not available, what is Nico threatening? Not much. A lot of pings here. Ace is just going on a business trip and taking everyone with him.
Gotta be really careful, though.
Yeah,
a pick right here probably means Baron.
Yeah.
And they will see him. The Scryder's plant does catch him. But now they're looking the other way. I love that decision. Let's turn around, try to kill the help that was coming. Mixlink is gone, and that's even better than the mid laner because there's no smite for White Wolf now. And Northern Storm, they will go right to the Baron.
No laser either. Laser just blown. Laser will not be up for another 56 seconds. And this Baron is not going to take that long. Ace is there. I'm pretty sure that they know he's there. I don't know if they're going to be able to disrupt this at all. And in fact, White Wolf may just straight up lose if they try.
Yeah, there's no flash for Ace, so it's tough for him to get in for a big Nico ult. Greatbeard of Odin goes in. He might try to knock Jester out. Doesn't get it done, though. And Ace is already gone. The Poppy melts as if he's a squishy character. Ravane down as well. Wishbone just runs away to tell the story. And it's 3 gone. It's all of a sudden a 6,000 gold lead. Soul Point coming up. Northern Storm very close to punching their ticket to the finals.
Yeah, I would have let the Baron go there. You don't have Mixlink. Mixlink also just barely gets to, once again, being 2 levels behind. You don't have great positioning from your team. And it's just not really looking great for White Wolf here. 1 minute till the next dragon. And almost a 7k gold differential. And I just don't know where the power swings are again. I just haven't been very inspired by the team comps from White Wolf today.
Yeah, I mean, I really like the Shen ban. I think the Shen ban has been massive in how these games have gone. Not to say that White Wolf would have won with that character, but I think that Shen has just been so important when they have been able to turn around games like this. And this time there just isn't that that answer.
Yeah.
Jester goes over and just will pick up the Krugs for himself. Drake coming up any moment now. Yeah. And with it being Infernal Soul, it just becomes so even scarier, because with that extra damage layered on to all these AoE abilities. Oh, they jump in again. This might just be game. It's 2 gone already. Ace is done. Mixlink is done. They will just go to the Soul.
So much damage output.
14 kills on Token right now. Just been an absolute monster on this Tristana in both games. Ravane looking to catch on to Slackosaurus, and they will get a pick on the Syndra. I'm not sure why the Syndra decided to walk through that way by herself, but looks like it could be okay. There's the answer to that question we were talking about earlier. Bandage Toss does get stopped by Poppy's W.
Yeah. We'll see what happens with these next couple of fights. We do have the Nico back up. Mixlink coming in as well. Ultimates are available. A good ultimate on this Tristana.
I'm not sure about that. They all just pile in onto Wishbone. Ace could get a big ult, but there's just not enough damage. Ravane, they're all trying to run down Token. They get the stun, and they do kill the Tristana. It's up to Ravane to stay alive here. I don't know if anyone else can kill Ravane as long as he can keep his distance. The Infernal Soul still could matter. They jump in another interrupt from Odin, but they still get the damage down onto Ravane, and I just don't think, yeah, Odin, even the Poppy, not tanky enough. Slackosaurus still alive, teleports back in. Or excuse me, not still alive. Alive again. Teleports back in, and I believe this will be game. Wishbone up in 6 seconds, but I don't think a Lux can stop this push alone.
The Infernal Soul is just really showing its teeth, and people forget how much bandage the Amumu ult actually does for damage. 266 magic damage is nothing to really sneeze at here.
Oh, Wishbone. Yeah, absolutely. If without the Infernal Soul, maybe Ravane is able to kite out that fight and win it, but just that little bit of added damage from tanks that you're not really expecting, I think kept the Kaisa from carrying that. Slackosaurus will drop again. Again, walking alone in an interesting way.
But I mean, we just saw the damage from Slack, not even using the Q, and that's almost a dead Ravane.
Yeah, 80 carry against Syndra is a dangerous game, that's for sure.
But yeah, I mean, this is one of the reasons why I'm not a huge fan of Poppy. Obviously, the ultimate does have its uses, and we saw time and again, just in that last fight, the dash denial is cool too. But I feel like Great Odin does better on a champ that can assert itself a little bit more, and Poppy just doesn't do that.
Yeah, I see where you're coming from. Not to say I don't think that Great Odin has played Poppy poorly.
Oh no,
and I don't think you're saying that either. It's just that it doesn't have as much potential as maybe you'd like to see.
Yeah, it's the champion, not the player. But I mean, Jester is just... I don't know if he's got like a 1.2 experience glitch enabled or something, but 4 levels ahead of Mixlink right now.
Well, I tell you, I heard you guys talking about it in the first series with Pistol Crab. This is going to be, and I don't want to jinx anything, but assuming that Northern Storm does close out this series, that is going to be a fun jungle matchup to watch. Jester against Pistol.
Yeah, both of the junglers on the teams that won today have been absolutely insane. And I mean, I think that there's really no answer to any of this. Here comes the Poppy ult again. Knocks the Malphite over the wall.
Away. And they're looking for token, and they do get in onto the Tristana all alone. Ravane's in the back. Malphite could show up any second now. There comes the big unstoppable force. Ravane is still alive, but he's going to walk right up into Slack. And there's the Syndra getting the kill onto Kaisa that was missed out on a moment ago. And even with that great engage, just too far behind. White Wolf, admirable effort. Jester jumps in one more time. Nico drops. Wishbone run into the fountain. I don't think it's going to be enough to save you. Really impressive performance from Northern Storm. 2-0, punching their ticket to the finals.
Very well done by Northern Storm, for sure. And we do have some standings. Alright, so let's take a look at these standings here. Some nice graphs. Damage, a little bit more even across the board. We're seeing the ADC where the ADC should be 100 more damage, but I mean, the damage on this Amumu alone is absolutely ridiculous. Let's check out some income, vision score, all that good stuff. Not the income. Yeah, good job with the vision scores as well. I mean, I think we see that Jester has an advantage over his counterpart in Blitzkrieg just with the vision score alone. I think that speaks for itself. But we do have a interview with Jester, in fact. So once again, talking about these junglers. So let's head over there. Congratulations, Jester.
Thank you, thank you.
All right, so I'm just gonna come out and ask you, and you can be completely honest with me. What sort of XP gain glitches are you using that kept you two levels ahead of Mixlink?
No XP gain glitches. No XP gain glitches.
Because I mean, that was just very impressive how you were able to just consistently be so far ahead and such a presence on the map. How do you kind of like view the rotations you're doing with those sorts of plays?
I think most jungle play, you have to very much, it's a kind of a balancing act between balancing your own jungle and balancing when objective timers are up. and so there's times where you need to be full clearing. There's times where you kind of need to be half clearing. And then there's times where, if you're conceding a dragon or even a baron or rift herald, you can kind of ignore what's going on with that and then just keep on top of your timers and doing your jungle and resetting your timers as much as possible. And then also, if you know where the enemy jungler is, then when you get those chances, taking their jungle as well so you can build those level advantages. I don't think this time I ended up counter jungling that much, and so I think mine was just me being efficient with my own jungle camps.
Okay. And when you guys were going into these games, what was your kind of like focus? What were you trying to lock down or exploit?
Um, I think we had a decent idea of how White Wolf's playstyle is, which is very like kind of they like to throw things at range and then either all in like they did in game two. But like if you notice, they have Nico and Lux both games who both love kind of just throwing things at long range. Like uh, game one, they had Anivia that can throw things at range, Ezreal, and again Lux. So they like poking you down, and then that's when Mixlink and Odin are the playmakers, the ones that need to be going in, making that CC to let the rest of the team kind of follow up with damage. And so we kind of played an opposite game style this game where we said, okay, if you want to sit back and play comfy, we are going to throw ourselves at you with multiple people.
Yeah, absolutely. Jeff, you got anything?
Yeah, well, we were complimenting your jungle play earlier. Now you're set for a finals matchup against Blitzkrieg. Pistol Crab has looked like a monster throughout most of this split. What are you looking forward to in that particular matchup between you and him?
Honestly, I think I might have, not knowing a lot of the players, only from what I saw last split, might have underestimated Pistol Crab the first game that we played against them. And it really showed. He was really aggressive jungler. He's the only other jungler that I've seen be this level of aggressiveness. His champion pool is a lot wider than a lot of other players as well. And he kind of bullied me in our first series. And so not to disrespect other players, but he's the only one that I've kind of had my eyes set on. And so any other team, if we weren't playing them in the finals, it would have been a letdown for me. So I'm really excited to be going up against Blitzkrieg again and kind of showing them that maybe it wasn't a fluke last time, but that I definitely won't be underestimating them this time as a team.
Mm-hmm. And you guys, I feel like a lot of teams have sort of taken turns being favorites throughout this split. Early on, Option 12 was sitting in the preseason power rankings at the top. Then, Blitzkrieg has looked really good throughout. I feel like you guys, you've just been sort of steady throughout, just hanging around, always in playoff position, but never, after week one, you were at the top. But other than that, you've sort of just been, lurking. Is that something, do you feel like you guys haven't been getting enough credit? Do you like, sort of lurking under the radar like that?
I definitely feel like that our team was being specifically mentioned only when it needed to be quite honest. Watching the podcasts, I heard us getting brought up a lot. I heard myself getting brought up a lot, stroking my own ego, whatever. But I heard just our team getting brought up a lot. And to hear that anytime that we did do a loss or we did play poorly, that even on the podcast, we weren't necessarily counted out. We were told, hey, they had a rough week. They didn't play like they normally did, and it goes to show that when we do play like we are supposed to, or when we are kind of rolling on all cylinders, that we are extremely momentum based. And if you do give us any sort of lead, or even go even to a point where we have a team fighting team, like you're going to have issues.
All right, awesome. Love to hear it. Anything else, Kenos?
You got any shout outs and further thoughts about the finals?
Yeah, I just want to shout out my mid laner that when we're all coordinated and backing and ready for objectives, that he's overextended and getting caught out all by himself for no reason. It's become kind of a meme at this point. Maybe the last 2 weeks we were annoyed about it. Literally every time it happened in these two games, we all just started laughing and we're like, "Oh, there goes Slack again, getting caught out." Like while we're all at Dragon, or all five of us are backing, and there he is in their base for some reason still.
That is something that we noticed at the end of that game
Yeah,
too,
yeah.
as well.
as far as the game coming up for next weekend in the finals versus Blitzkrieg, I think we're both very, very aggressive teams, and I think their play style fits ours a little bit. They definitely play a lot more unorthodox stuff in comparison, and that's even with us having Token who plays APs. Oh yeah, he's an AP only player, by the way. 2 games of Tristana popping off.
Hmm.
Uh, and I think they're a very versatile team, but I think the 2 games we played, aside from having, uh, a Tristana in both games, I think it goes to show that we are a very versatile team as well, and they should expect even maybe a couple more things that we still have as well.
We have Pistol Crab in chat saying looking forward to the games.
Yep. Yep. After I got manhandled by him the first time we played against each other, I have a lot of respect from him. I asked him a lot of questions after we lost to him. I ask him occasionally, what junglers he thinks he's good. I was playing Kindred and solo queue and was asking him questions about that as well. And he's a good guy. He plays good junglers. You know, he's just a good jungler, and it'll be a fun matchup to go up against him again.
All right. Well, best of luck next week, and we'll see if we end up talking to you once it's all over.
See you next week, guys.
Yeah. Okay, and so with that, that is the end of the playoffs. Obviously, would have preferred a little 3 game action, but we have 2 very decisive teams heading into the finals. And I have to assume that there is going to be a lot of discussion about those finals as they come closer. So keep an eye on the channel for any sort of specials that will be made, any sort of discussion in the podcasts. Jeff, closing thoughts.
Man, I mean, like you said, it would have been nice to see some 3 game series tonight, but at the same time, it kind of builds some hype for finals because both of these teams look like juggernauts
They,
after tonight,
they
and they're
do.
on a collision course, and it's going to be exciting.
Yeah, a lot of good play from both of them, a lot of good positioning and game sense and all that great stuff. So we will see what happens. Everyone have a great week. Stay safe out there and come back for us next week, Sunday, if you can pull yourselves away from Easter to see the finals. Talk to you then.